Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. So let's spin round in here. So there's the first load of sugar beet. We've got a bigger trailer this time. Last time we had 32,000 litres. This one's got 39,200. So we've got a nice capacity in this trailer. I'll go and take all of that off of there. And then we can run this up, and then by the time I come back, that harvester is going to be just about full. So we'll empty it out completely, and then the tractor can just wait in the field for the rest of that load, which won't be any kind of problem for us. I got a good feeling about the jobs now. I know that the money is ticking down because we got so many hired helps running in the fields, and that is to be expected. You would expect the jobs to, like, you would expect that sort of thing to happen, right? That's definitely something that you'd expect. It's not unusual. It's not something that we weren't ready for. It's completely 100% expected. I'm not sure if this particular trailer is one that tips. Oh no, it's a flatbed. It's a moving bed trailer. So I don't actually need to back up this way. I can just go straight in, round, and on top of the grid rather than doing it that way. But we'll do it that way for a minute. While you unload, let me take this one, swing on round like this, round and round we go like that, and take the first 10,000 litres of potatoes off of the Tatipo harvester right here, so that we can start making our vast sums of money from Tatipos right in here. Now, I'm hopeful with this particular job. I'm seriously considering, however, putting all potatoes straight in there until the harvest is done, and then only carrying over the potatoes we need in order to finish the job. Like, we are allowed to use that store in there. That is something that we're allowed to use. So, I mean, it would kind of fit with everything else that we do. We could go and do that. So it's definitely a distinct possibility. Okay, so you haven't finished yet. You haven't finished yet. You're still running. You're still running. Did it? I'm sure it said something. Oh, it was a contract had finished, not the actual job had finished. It was just a contract. And you definitely need a bit more corn. So I'll let that one. I'm just going to let him come out down to there, and then I'm going to stop him a second. And I'm going to take him. Actually, I'm just going to stop him there, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to get that pallet. But we're also going to buy one more pallet. Let's deal with pallets a second. So we go into here, into big bags. We've got wheat. We've got oats, pigs, seed in here. Details. Buy. Yes, I only want one. I only want one bag. And then I'll run it, and I'm just going to drop it onto that trailer. I got this one pallet right here. And then we're going to get the other pallet as well, and we will stick both of them onto the trailer, and then that one can go over to the field and get them loaded up. So there's the first pallet. I'll bring you around. I know that you're on sideways. You've got 500 litres on board. Probably that 500 litres would be enough for those two tractors over there to go and finish the planting jobs that they've got. So we've got a spare pallet if we need it. I'm tempted to not load up the other pallet for a minute and just leave it here at the yard and just take that part pallet. Because no, I won't. Rather than risking it, because then I'll have to come back and it's going to take longer, and you know, so on and so forth. So we'll just take this over as well. It can all go at the same time, and we'll load the seed drills up, and then we can just like unload them afterwards and collect all the seed up together, and that won't be any kind of a problem. And so I'll take you off of there. This one here can go and just park up there against the wall, so that it's out of the way of any new contract jobs that I go and take. Let's put you up there like that. Right, and then I can go on with this one. So I need to strap down that. and then drive off. So I'm going to drive out this way over here. Bring you out round over there. Head off up the road. Out round there. And I want to go and get that seed. So the first seed drill I want is this one just in here. So I'm literally just going to jump into the field here. I've got to go and get the trailer. I've got sugar beet to unload again. And I'll do that once I've got the seed drill running. So this one I'm going to go into the field. I'm just going to run up alongside the seed drill and reload him there. And then I will travel over to the next field and get that one going as well. Helper G has completed their task. Right, so now I will run up here. I'm going to leave you and you and you. And you have completed your task. You've got a half a tank of seed on board. So in order to be able to, I've either got to drive off somewhere and go and put that down. I can't just, like, tip it straight into the pickup, or I just sell the seed as it is. I think I'm just going to sell the seed as it is. I know I lose a little bit of money out on that, but it's not massive amounts, so I'm not, like, I'm not overly concerned about it. So that one there is this completed job right here, which we got reimbursement there with the canola that's in. Nothing else is running. That's all finished. However, I'm not 100% sure I've got the right tractor up here, so we're going to wait until, I remember saying last week now, wait until we've done all the jobs and then we'll kind of like do the collection all at once. It's going to be a lot safer if we do it like that. A lot less chance of something going horribly wrong and me selling the wrong machine. I mean, this one here and that one over there is a lot easier. Much less likely that we're going to make any horrible mistakes, but I still don't want to chance it. I'll close that one down like that. Close you as well. And then H like that. He's gone and left a little bit behind because, well, you know, why not? It's hired help. They do that. And, right, I'm going to skip out. I'm going to jump into you. He's going to finish that field with what he's got left. So I can go over this way. And I can go and get another bit of seed and load it into this one. We'll run out and around and down here. And, yeah, I don't think I'm going to worry about collecting seed back. The one up, well, certainly the one up the top is a long way from anywhere. And so I don't need to worry about that. I mean, possibly we could pool all of the bits of seed that are in the seed drills here in a sort of central location. And then any future seed drill could just come along and load up from all little pallets that are just going to be left there strewn around. So start you up and to back up close to the thingy there. Load that one up. Right. That's all loaded up as well. And then I'll come over to here. And so what I'm going to do with this one, actually I'm going to turn round and I'll start it from this direction. Just because it usually works out a bit better for us if we do it like that. Back you up. About there, I think. That'll probably do it. So then I can go in and press H, get the hired help running. He's going to go whizzing off down through here. Turn round and, yeah, he's going to fairly easily finish off that field. Right, so while you finish off that field, I'm going to just move this one back out of the way so that he's not going to cause any problems. But I'm going to leave him right there like that. Now we skip on through. Potato harvester, I want to keep that one running. He's managed to turn round at the bottom end a couple of times now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him go up. Either he's going to completely fill up or he's not, you know, one way or the other. I'm going to let him go up to the top end of the field up here. And then, like, I've done enough on this side. Now, I want to do some passes, short passes along that bottom end of the field down there. Just to give us more room for turning around so he's not going right out onto the road down there. We've got enough room for turning now on this side. which is why I wanted to do some runs up and down here first. Opening up a field for the root crops is always a little bit more difficult, especially when you've got a big trailed machine like this, because, I mean, the self-propelled machines, they are big, but they don't actually take up as much space, and surprisingly, genuinely didn't think that that one was going to stop that tight to the end up there like that, but he did, so let's carry on. I'll bring you down over this way, and we will dump 10,000 litres of potatoes into these trailers right here. And the more I think about it, let me put that in there like that. There. The more I think about it, the more I like the idea of dropping all the potatoes in there. Temporarily storing all of them until we have finished doing all the harvest in here. I think that in the long run is going to be the most beneficial thing for us to do, because then we're holding all the potatoes until we've sort of done the harvest bit, and that means that we can get the most out of it that way. That's how I'm viewing it, is I think that we can get more out of it that way than we can if we try to do it, like actually selling the potatoes bit by bit straight off the fields. And then we've got a few little runs to go and do from there over to there to go and sell them once the rest of it is finished. So I'm just going to lower that down and start it. And it's going to go straight in there. And we're going to do a few passes along this end of the field. And that's going to give us a bit more room for turning around at this bottom end there. I don't know how many we'll do. Haven't quite decided on that yet. So you're going fine. You're going fine there. You've hardly got anything left at all. And I want to go to you. Right. We're allowed to go into the potato field. That's just going to be a given. It's just going to be a standard. We did it last time. We're sort of sharing harvests and crops and stuff like that. So going into the field like this to get over. I mean, we're the same contractor working the two jobs. The farmers are neighbours anyway. I can't see that anybody would have a problem with us doing this. And if they do, well, then next time they will probably just go and get a different contractor. We'll have to wait and see if that happens. I mean, if they come back to us and ask us to do the job again, then it probably means that they were okay with it. So go there. Yeah, I know I shouldn't really be driving on the sugar beet, but we're going to ignore that, and we're just going to let all this unload into the trailer, and then he's going to carry on up the field. I want to get the other 9,000 litres into this trailer pretty quickly, so I'll let him go up the field, and then once he's turned around at the top end, we'll go and take some more off of him. So there's a full 30,000 litres of beet, like that. If I now go and take this one, and we'll go and meet him around at the other end of the field. I also want to just have a quick look at that potato harvester doing his stuff where, yeah, with the turning around, which is this one. I just want to see if there is actually enough room to turn round on the side of the field over here. Because what I'd like here is I want this one to do probably enough passes to get at least one full load. And it does look like he's able to do that, or she's able to do that. What they do is they back all the way up like this, so then they turn, and the turn is still within the field. So there, you're fine. You carry on and do what you've got to do right there. You've got very little left now. You've got very little left now. And you've got very little left. And I sense a recurring theme on this. Contract on field 11. Contract on field 10. We got the contracts are now starting to come in and complete. I've got several weeding jobs. So I got field 12 weeding job right there. That's the big long field. I'm going to get that one going. Although I don't know if weeding actually, like, if it has any kind of impact on anything, to be honest. But we'll do that. We'll borrow items weeding on there, and also weeding on field 16. Where's 16? That's only half the field, though. I'm gonna wait until the weed is actually all the way across that field. So let's get this next contract. We got the contract. Let's get it out to the field and get that one started, and then there's a few other bits and pieces that we can go and take care of, like we've got the various seed jobs that are now coming to a close. So let's get you there like that. If we had an actual proper seed tender, we could like, is there a seed tender that you can stick on the field, contract on field 18 is now done? Is there an actual seed tender that you can put on the back of the pickup? If we were to sell the trailer and get a seed tender instead, would we be able to just go up next to any of the seed bags and then load them up the same way that we do the seed drills? Because that would be a lot easier. I know that there are a couple of seed tenders. I'm just not quite sure if they work. Helper C has completed their task. Just not quite sure how they work. So that's something that I want to have a look at. I'll get this one over to field 12 and get it started, and then we'll go and have a look at the other seed jobs and see what they're doing. But also, we can have a look at the seed tender. So I quite like the idea of that. We sold the trailer. If the seed tender can be pulled by the pickup, we can have one item on the pickup, can't we? And we just pull it round. I mean, if it's a seed tender rather than a trailer, it's still a trailer and it's still attached to the pickup. And that means that we wouldn't have to go wasting any seed. We can drive all round, and it's certainly going to be a lot easier to pick it up than it is putting one pallet at a time onto the back of a trailer using the forklift in the dealership. That's going to make our life considerably easier. And I like that idea. Anything that makes our life a bit easier, I'm definitely all enthusiastic thumbs up from this sailor over here. That is absolutely and definitely something that I like the idea of. Right. Enthusiastic thumbs ups aside, let's get this one in here and unfolded. So we will do one pass along the top end of the field up here. I'm going to wait until the weed has finished, like, spawning across the map. So at the moment it's only halfway down field 16. And if he's asking me to do weeding over there, I'm not sure about that. So I'm going to leave 16 alone as far as weeds are concerned. I know that we can make a little bit of money out of doing the seed. The weeding, sorry. I'm just not quite sure how much we make when it's not... well, you don't make a lot... I know that you don't make a lot of money out of them. I mean, if it was our own weeder, we'd probably make more money out of it than we would if as it's someone else's. But we've still got to go and buy a tractor, and then you've got to buy the weeder in the first place, and they're not a cheap machine to go and buy, are they? Right, I'll bring you up there. I'm going to put a little bit of an overlap just so that it definitely gets everything right the way down across the field. I don't want the AI extension. I want to have it like that. And I'm just going to let you go. Right. You go do what you gotta do, man. You do what you gotta do. And I was wanting to take sugar beet off, and then I got a little bit distracted. So we'll ignore that, and we'll ignore that. You are only half full. Yeah, I'll ignore you for a minute. So you up here, you're fine. You here, you've got a little tiny strip left down through the middle of the field that you have not done. So let me start you up. Lower you in, and... I'm gonna just manually take that one out because honestly that's a bit of a mess, and we don't want to be leaving it like that. Plus there's 600 litres of wheat left in this, so I'm thinking I want to run that back over at least to the edge of the field over there, and then tip it out. It's not very far to actually go back over to where the truck is. Well, tell you what, before I make a commitment to go and tip this lot out, 600 is half a pallet of seed. We'll have a look and see if there is a seed tender option, because if there's if it's something that we can pull around with a pickup rather than having to need a tractor, I think there is actually such an option. Right? And sticking that, right, selling the trailer and buying that instead, because I know that some of you said that, we could... Actually, we should be able to park a couple of items at the dealership. It's not like we're parking a tractor there. We've got like a trailer or something. But I don't like the idea of going and just parking trailers randomly in different places. So I like the idea of doing it with the... like just having one item on the back of the pickup and leaving it at that and not having any more than that. It just kind of feels like it would be a more... realistic approach to things. Let me quickly skip through these, so I want to get to that one so that I can do a manual pass along the bottom end of the field right here. So if I lower you down, and then do a quick manual run along here. And then I can start in working on that side of the field, and then we're not got any like overlap, anything sticking out anywhere, and it should be able to finish the field in a better manner than it otherwise would. At least that's what I'm hoping. So you go out over to here, and then we can get onto this tractor that's right here next to us, and we can drive that one down across the field. So we can bring you out to there, like that. Give you a little bit of overlap like that. Helper E has a nearly full grain tank. That is the sugar beet. Right, you go that way. Okay, fine. Let's get this sugar beet unloaded, and then I'll deal with the seed drills. That field there is all completely done. Yeah, seed tender. Right, we'll keep these machines running right here, shall we? We've got potatoes over there. That one is going to be full before too long. You over here. You didn't even want to go where I was going. You were just being difficult. There's no need for that. You didn't have to do that, did you? You didn't have to, like, start getting difficult with me. There was no need at all. So you dump 9,000 litres of sugar beet in there, and then I can... Right, now I can run this over to the train station over that way, and then as soon as that's out, I can come back and we can just try and keep that one running still. Potatoes are almost done, but I'm going to let that one run backwards and forwards across the field until he's actually full. Now, let me go round in front, and no, I'm not supposed to be going through the fence onto the road, so I'm going to stick into the field, like I should do. But I know I'm driving a little bit crazy at times, but I am also, like, trying to keep everything moving, and I sort of figure that it's going to be a little better if we can just keep things moving rather than me just going really, really slow in between everything, because, you know, if I'm doing it like that, then everything keeps stopping. So you can unload there a moment. While that one's unloading, let's just take a quick look in here. So seed tenders, is that actually like a whole... Well, I got miscellaneous here. Alpine farming pack. There's mods in there. No, so it's not going to be under that lot. Loading auger wagons. That's what it would be under, isn't it? Wouldn't it? Would that come under auger wagons? Let's have a look. Yes, it does. Seed runner, right there. And this one... Right, that's got an 8,000 litre capacity. We can use it to take fertilizer or seed. Let me have a look at this one. You look at that hitch that it's got on it. Yeah, this one is actually meant to go on the back of the pickup. Right, ideal. It's 20,000 euros. A little bit expensive, but that's going to be perfect for all of the seed jobs. So we get that one, I think. We'll bring the truck back, we'll sell the trailer, and we'll buy that one. I know it's 20 grand, which is quite a slice of money, to be fair. That is a fair slice of cash that we're going to be investing into that one. But I think ultimately it will end up being worth it. I think that could pay off. Although I suppose I ought to also look at how many more seed jobs I've got going at the moment, because that is going to, like, have an impact on it. Because if I haven't got any more seed jobs to go and do, then it's probably not worth spending 20 grand on something that's going to put a hold on our plans for all the different stuff that we want to go and buy. So maybe let's not rush into that just for a second. Where are you going? You stay right there, Sonny. I need you to unload. You unload completely, and then when you're done... There. That's more like it. Right. I've still got 15,000 litres worth of space in here, so that tractor can just stop there for a minute, and we will go onto this one, and we'll run down and we'll go and unload those potato-pos, and then possibly I'll let that tractor just keep sort of going backwards and forwards a bit on the potato field for a little bit longer. I don't know, actually. Is that enough room to be turning round now? There's a reasonable amount of space here. Yes, shouldn't really be driving on the potatoes, but we'll do it anyway. We'll bring you in like that. There, right. Take those off there. Get that unloaded into that bit. And then I might just let that tractor go up, turn around and come back down here, and then I'll start it working on that side of the field, and then we'll just work our way over there to the slightly shorter edges. That I think is going to be the best way to do this. Okay, so now you can't move because you cannot unload at the same time as what you're doing right now. You can't unload and harvest at the same time. Unable to multitask. Not really brilliant. It'd be better if you could unload on the fly, but, I mean, if it can't, it can't. Oh, I was going to have a look at jobs and see if we've got much more in the way of planting jobs. I got a ploughing job. I got 2 ploughing jobs there. I've got cultivating, ploughing. I've got a few jobs coming up. So there's going to be planting jobs after those, which means that it would definitely be useful to be able to have this seed tender on the back. If we were able to run that one around, I get about 4.5 grand. So it's going to cost us another 15,000 to get the seed tender, but it will save us a lot of time, which is why I'm leaning very strongly towards using the seed tender. Let's cash in on these jobs that we've got at the moment and see where see what that kind of brings us. But yeah, it certainly seems like it would be a sensible option, doesn't it? I know that, you know, 20,000 is still a lot of money. That is a lot of money, but at the same time, I go and unload that bit right there, and then, you know, that tractor can just stop where he is, and then I go to you and start you up, and we'll go and put this one. There's another 200 litres in this one. So that one will unload up here, and we'll just leave that one there. So there's another 200 litres there. And then I'll go to you down here. I've got 400 litres in that one, and I've finished that job as well. So if I bring you there in a straight line, and then help if I selected the seed drill. No space to unload. Oh, I know why. You got to fold this one up like that, because the actual seed drill gets in the way of the tank. There, see? That's why that one doesn't like it. You've actually got to fold it up to be able to do it. So there's that one done as well. So they're all out of the way. And then I got the one left, which was up the top. Go to him. You're the final one up here with 447 litres of canola. So I'm just going to bring that one up and, you know, swivel round over here a minute. And then that one I'm going to unload right there, like that. There we go. So I've unloaded all of these. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. So while I sit up here and enjoy this view and a well-earned break, could you please consider taking a look at the links in the description down below? We have Nitrado, who provide gaming servers, who are very, very reliable, and they provide us with a server on our Discord channel. And there is also Fanatical, where you can buy all kinds of different computer games for various different platforms. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.